Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 6 of my full platinum walkthrough for The Surge. Right, we are just going to Executive Forum. We've just gone up through the security bit at the Production B, and then we're going to just turn around and go back down. Because I noticed as I was recording or editing the previous video that I had missed a weapon that was down there. So I'm just going to grab it. I mean, we will be down in that area again anyway. But I thought I'd just quickly nip down and get it because you probably saw it and may have missed it, and you may want to use it, the MG Legionnaire. So yes, go and grab it. So it's literally just on the other side of this security checkpoint, where I don't know how I missed it, to be honest. But it's there. It's not like we need it for a trophy or anything, but to give you the options for different weapons and things like that, it's there. And yeah, still breaking parts off as well, because we do need to make that final armor set, which is going to be extremely expensive as well. But most, if not all, of your scrap should be going into leveling up now. So this one here. So I do apologise for that, but there's the MG Legionnaire if you want to use that. And then we'll go back up and go back to the Executive Forum. Although it's not technically the Executive Forum straight away. We do need to do a boss fight first. Quite an important one, actually. Or, well, they're all important, obviously, it's part of the story. But we're going to get a certain set or certain thing that we need for it. So, for one of the trophies. So we need to make sure that we get it during this fight. Otherwise, it leads to another extra bit of playthrough that you don't really want to do. So we're going to get that done. So you'll start here. There's lots of shortcuts. You've got the DLC opening area. That's the way we need to go. And then you have the med bay off to the right hand side here. Go speak to Sally. Exhaust the dialogue. She's just going to kind of tell you what's going on, and that's about it really. That you need to get to Executive, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to what we're doing. Not leveling up. Not got enough, unfortunately. So I'm only at 49. At the beginning of the next video, or quite near the beginning of the next one, we're actually going to do a bit of scrap farming. It does not take long at all, just to get us up to 75, so we can get most of the upgrade nodes that we need, so we can fully upgrade the weaponry. So again, be aware of which sort of parts you need to fully make another armor set as well. So you can kind of work on that as you go. I have recorded the next video as well by now, and I still need some more chest armor stuff. So yeah, be aware of kind of what you need to make the set. So once you get the schematics for the set, which will be shortly, you'll be able to keep an eye on that and work towards it. So I'm just going to go through here, down here. So yeah, security is the main sort of enemy now, and you'll get used to them. They're actually quite easy to defeat if you're going for the blue parts, but unfortunately you're not always doing that. There's a quick robot down here, so we'll quickly get rid of him, break his arms off, trap him in the corner. Now where this thing is, there's actually an audio log here in the corner, so make sure you grab that. That's a dangerous game, that's one we do need. So grab that, and then we'll actually be back downstairs here. And there's an anti-kinetic shield module here for the drone. This one it's basically a shield for you. So it's, I don't know, I don't really use the drone. I use the power elsewhere. So if you want to switch to that one, yeah, then go for it. So at the start here as well, I should have mentioned, as you go from the med bay, before doing all of this, I should have mentioned it, I do apologise. Do a backup save. Now I'm going to do the backup save later, and this game's a bit weird when it comes to quitting out. It's a bit of an odd one, so just go and grab that item. There's a few piles of rusty metal scrap, so do a backup save now or when you're back at the med bay, because it's going to start you off there again. You might not necessarily need to use it, but obviously you do need to load in after doing the backup save on PS Plus or on a USB or whatever you're using. Because I do it here, and it actually takes me all the way back to the med bay when I load the game up again. So it is a bit odd, this game, when it comes to backing up saves and quitting out and things like that. It kind of, I don't know, sometimes it works, sometimes you could spawn right here, sometimes not. So don't go down straight away. This is the Black Cerberus fight here. So I'm going to do a backup save, and then I'm actually going to run back here as well. because I needed to. So do your backup save. It's important for this fight because we need to make sure we get all of the Black Cerberus gear schematics. There is a chance you may not, so it's very important you do this. So I'm going to do the save. I've run back and we'll sort of start on again here. So these two white cylinders here, there's one in the corner over there and there's one that I'm stood right next to here. These are very important in a moment. So I'm going to go down. I did die once. I've come back again, obviously. It's quite an easy fight, this one, but he hits like a truck. He is no joke. So it's quick, in, out, 1, 2. Look at how hard that is. that was not one of particularly heavy hits either. So a quick 1, 2 on him. And then back away. Watch what he does. Look for the end of his fight. And when you get sort of 2 of his health bars down, he'll do that shock and knock you over. And then there's going to be one of these PAX machines that comes out. So now this is the important part. You need to break, obviously to bring this thing down, you need to break the shields off its legs. But we need to get it to do the orange bar full there at the top. And once it does, it'll start firing rockets at you. It'll jump away and start trying to fire rockets at you, which it's doing now. So once it does this, you want to stand in front of these white tanks and dodge. There's always 3 rockets and just dodge left and right. I find it easiest if you keep locked onto the PAX itself. They do a lot of damage, as you can see there. I took one right to the face. I was actually lucky not to die there. So it has blown up. I did hear it blow up behind me, and then get it to do the same with this one as well. You will probably hear it blow, but make sure you check that it has exploded. I know they've both gone. I could hear them. So the reason we're doing this is the only way to get all of the Black Cerberus gear and its weapon in one go. Now this can sometimes still not work. It's a bit finicky. That's why we did the backup save, because this is the only place you can get this gear. Apart from in New Game Plus, there's a random chance you can get some on the harder enemies that are in New Game Plus, but this is the only certain place that you can get all of this gear. So make sure you've blown up those 2 pods before taking this PAX down, and then once you've done that, obviously take it down like you did the first one. Hit its legs, the one that it lifts up, no, the opposite one to the one that it lifts up, and that will make it drop down, and then you can kill it. And then it'll be back to the Black Cerberus himself. Again, he hits hard. He has some annoying distance that he might do it now. He actually has rockets as well. You need to dodge those. They hit very hard as well. So I lock onto his weapon arm and go for that one. What you want to do, he's actually like a normal enemy essentially. You need to break his kind of stamina down almost, and then you'll get a finisher, and you need to cut part of him off. So that's quite a dodgy one to look. You have to really just ignore that one and just get the hell out of the way when he starts doing that. What you're looking for are these kind of long combos that he does. Get a couple of hits in, move away. Honestly, it's no point trying to be clever and getting right in there because he reacts extremely quick. If you get cocky on him, he's going to take you down pretty quickly. So yeah, if he jumps back as well, always be aware. He's probably going to come running or do something from a distance. I got a bit carried away there. That was definitely too much. This is a good one when he does the kind of spinning maneuver. There's a good there. This one. I think he comes straight back off this one. Yeah. Whoa, whoa. Slow it down with the combos. Not taking my own advice, obviously. This one he comes back with sometimes. It's deceiving, that one. It looks like he's going to slam into the floor, but he doesn't. And I actually get really lucky here. I'm starting to worry because my power is not so high. So I've not got a finishing move on yet at the moment. It keeps straight dropping down. There we go. So finally get the arm cut on him. Cut that arm off. I find this is the best way to do it. And then you're going to get 4 types. So you'll get the trophy for beating him. That happens. You should get the leg gear. You should get the, what I've got here, the head gear. Then the body gear. So make sure you've got that. And then we've got the arm gear lying on the floor here, along with the judge weapon. So you need to make sure you get the whole set and the weapon, the judge. And the only way you can do that is the way that we just did it. So if you didn't get it, reload that save and try again. It just kind of glitches on you. It's weird. I don't know. The first time I ever did this, I did exactly the same, but didn't get the arm gear, and I just kind of carried on. I didn't notice, and when it came to actually making them, I realised I didn't have them, and then I had to come into New Game Plus and fight him again just to get the arm gear from him. So make sure you get all of the gear and his weapon. It's needed for a trophy. You won't get the trophy straight away. You need to craft it, which we will do. It's extremely expensive to build, actually, so we'll be doing that last in the, not the next video, the video after, but once we've leveled up. We can even go into New Game Plus and start doing it as well. So yeah, just make sure you have all of the schematics and the weapon, and once you've got that, you're good to go. So coming full circle all the way back to the med bay now. And because we overrode that, you can smash this open now, and you're going to get another CREO exosuit upgrade. So go to the med bay and upgrade that, the rig. And this is the security rig. Now we can open up security doors. Excellent. Out time as well. So we do have extra slots available to us now as well. I would prioritize extra scrap, so anything that gives you extra scrap is a good idea. I don't have much space with regards to power, so I will be changing that. I do want extra scrap, so I think I may replace, no, don't replace, we'll just try and get a few upgrades in. See if that gives me enough power, which I believe it does. Just 2 for one of these. No, not enough. Okay. Yeah, I've got loads of consumables here, so you can crack these. You don't need to save them. Do whatever you need to do to make it all fit. So I'm just using them all up. No need to save them. No, you need to level up first. You're going to realise that in a moment. Oh no, I've got the core power as well. Getting ahead of myself. So yeah, these core powers, these ancillary cores, these are the ones that the bots drop. You know, when you chop the tail off, these are the ones that they drop. These are only 1,000, the green ones. The blue ones are 2,000. They're the ones we're going to use to farm. So we can, the ones we fight from now on will drop the blue ones. So every time you kill one of those bots, it's kind of 6,000 scrap. So, or around 6,000. So they're the things we're going to farm later on as well, to get quite a bit, but that's in the next video. So I'm able to put that extra scrap on there now, that extra reclamation buddy, and a third as well, just to get that multiplier up. Now just come here and check that you have the Black Cerberus gear as well. It's all across the top there. It is expensive, but if you make the lowest end version, then it can be a bit cheaper, but it can get very expensive pretty quickly. See there, for an arm you're looking sort of 11,000 at the top end, 14,000 for the cheap, 2,000 for the cheapest, sorry. So yeah, it can get expensive, but ignore it for now. We can always do it later. What you want to concentrate on now is leveling up, and also get a feel for which parts you need to craft it. So if you need extra legs or arms or head or chest, that's what you want to work on with your enemies. And of course we will be getting the top end stuff for our own rig, which we need to fully upgrade as well. So the enemies coming up will be the top end stuff for our own gear that we're using, and then when we go back in the next video, then you can sort of concentrate more on what you need for the Black Cerberus to make all that. It's not the end of the world. You can farm the end at the end as well, so it's not the end of the world if you don't get it all. Right, let's carry on to executive now. This is one you don't need, an Audiolog, but it's there. There's an item there. You can jump it and try and get it, but I'm not going to because we don't need it. Go crazy. This lift here will come up itself because there's a guy in it and he's going to come attacking you, and he does hit quite hard. He's basically like the Black Cerberus guy that we just fought. So stand back and let him come to you. There's no point trying to fight him in there, or you can just run past him. But we do need scrap, and you do need to get used to fighting these guys, so go for it. You got to get him. The best thing to do is just go for the blue part with these ones. Do not mess around, because you saw how big, how hard the Black Cerberus hit, they're kind of similar. Yeah, they do have a very similar gear, but it's not the same, unfortunately. So it doesn't count. It may look like it does, but it doesn't. And then we'll go up here. Watch out to the right. There's going to be a guy in here. He's going to come at you quickly. He's just a normal security one. So for speed's sake, we're just taking him out. Oh, we didn't get the prompt on him then. Bit of scrap in here, so do check the boxes. They do occasionally have scrap in them. And this is an audio log that we do need deeper into the burrow. We'll be finishing 3 sets of the audio logs in this video. So most of them, there's only going to be 1 set left after this. And they're in the next area, and 2 of them back in R&D. So, yeah. Right, we've finally got into executive. What are we in? 15 minutes in. We're finally there. So yeah, this is kind of... Yeah, you have to get used to enemies like this. You want to get them, because they are so quick and they jump at you, you want to get them away from their drones, because that makes life a lot more difficult. Now, there's a new type of drone as well. I'll point it out when we see one. If you want a better vital injection, it's behind here. It's a level 5 one. You'll only have 1 at this point. We'll get another one later on. Yeah, we'll have lots of the normal one, the blue one. You can sort of get 15 to 18 uses by the time we're finished. So you'll have lots of health. Now, you can avoid this. If you don't like fighting these drones up here, the ones that walk, then you can just jump over the barrier and ignore it. But again, you're going to need to get used to fighting these, because these are the things we're going to have to farm later on, unfortunately. Not this particular one, the one back in Production B. So, tail is what you want to go for. You can never seem to race it, but there we go. Get the tail off, because you get that extra bit of scrap from it. 2,000 it will be now. Thought we were going to get a clean one then. Never mind. I mean, the jump is crazy. How the hell did it get me there? There we go. What do we get? 3,000, nearly 4,000, and then 2,000 from the tail. So 6,000 just under for killing one of those. So they're going to pay off. So grab that extra scrap there. There's going to be a guy just behind here. He is going to be one of the slammy ones. They will run at you a lot and do that slam, which is actually quite good, because it gives you a massive window to do some damage to them. But they do recover quite quickly. One thing that we do need to do as well is start switching around with weapons. You may already have that trophy for getting level 5 on weapons. I don't have it. I try and start it in the beginning of the next videos. We're kind of running around cleaning up. Does not go well, because all the other weapons are so slow compared to these fists that it does not go well. So I'll actually farm those at the start of New Game Plus. But if you want to start going for it, then get them all done. If you go into the kind of the options menu, that bring up the menu, you can see on the far right hand side where you're up to with each one. There is a audio log here, and this is the final one for raging drones. So if you didn't get the trophy, you've missed one. Check the previous videos for all the audio logs. You shouldn't have. I've been mentioning them every time. So yeah, grab the items behind the tree. They are level 4 upgrade materials. They're obviously going to come in helpful for later on. What we're trying to do, he's running off, which is just a weird AI thing. They kind of panic. It's like they panic and have to run back. Make sure you cut a few of the larger weapons, the big axes, off to get you some level 4 tungsten as well, so you can upgrade your weapon soon. There's one guy hiding behind here. I thought I'd just show you. You don't actually need to fight him. You can ignore him, but just in case, there is one hiding. That is a shortcut, obviously, that we can use later as well. So we'll take his arm off. Yeah, break the boxes. Nothing in them, unfortunately. So there's going to be one of the new drones. It's down here, but you won't get to see it. If you just want to go for the shortcut and you don't want to fight these extra guys, then don't come down here yet. Then just skip a bit. But this is the extra drone here. I'm not actually sure what it's doing to the guy. I think it's giving him extra power when he hits. I'm not sure. We don't leave him around long enough to find out. But what they do is, if they were tethered, they can explode. So get away from them. If it charges you like that, they're like the blue ones and the other ones, and it's completely disappeared. I don't know where it's gone. And now I can't pick this scrap up, but that's what we came down for. So they do explode, those ones. They're kind of a combination of the two. They have an explosion, or they'll start dashing at you like that one just did. And they have a really long range as well. Watch out for the missiles, they're really deadly. This guy's a good one to farm parts off later on if you want to. Wow, that's hurt. Because we're about to open up a shortcut. So he's good. If you want to come and get a load of materials, you can get them all from him. He's quite far away, but he's also alone. And he also he's always fully armoured. So he will have every single part that you need. So when you go in here, go to the right. There is a guy to the left, so don't go down there. Go to the right. What have we got in here? Some Plasmic Regenerator. Level 5. That's the one that gives you gradual health back. Yeah, checking all the corners now, because it does. The game does put a lot more enemies into the. Oh, here we go. There's one of these robots into the these areas. Yeah, if you get the drop on these, you should be able to stun them. It's sort of 6 hits to get the tail off, and by that point you can just kill it. So there's another. That's where we need to go. I'm just checking. There's no item down there. There's a dead end. So item here, that's Reclamation Buddy version 4. That's one you want to put on. I put it on right away? May or may not. I may forget after saying that. But that's why that's why I'm here to remind you, because I've already forgotten. I've forgotten it once. So let's see if I remembered. Oh, we're doing a bit of leveling first. So yeah, don't be afraid to use any of the scrap that you've got lying around. Level it up. So save the extra stuff. Do we remember? I may actually remember. That's the one there, yes, and we can actually fit it in. There we go, excellent. Check for any upgrades as well, if you're able to do those. Just 3 shy on the tungsten here, which is that guy that back there. We can actually use the one that I said you could farm for all the parts. You can use him. I try to, I die. I will obviously not leave that in because they just catch you off guard for that split second and you're dead, or you get kind of stuck on a bit of environment and that's it. It's game over, because they considering they got such a big weapon, that could be said out of context, couldn't it? Yeah, they're gonna take care of you pretty quickly. Do the running attack. Did we get it in time? Yes, we did. Calm down, calm down. Yeah, so it is quite a ways, but he is reliable for whichever parts you need. Get turned around up here. It's always very similar. Yeah, so down here, so there's going to be a quick fade in a moment, where I'll just go and grab my my stuff, because I wanted his weapon because it's going to give me level 4 tungsten, and then I was thinking, shall I just run back and get it and upgrade the weapons that I'm using? But I don't actually manage to cut his arm off because I had to slow down because he is so violent, and then we didn't get the chance, so unfortunately I didn't get to do it after all that anyway. So yeah, we'll leave that. There was one of the drones exploding. Did you see that then? I think it might have actually killed that guy as well. Don't know what was going on there. Anyway, we'll continue on. I'll go for the head on this one. If we get the chance, we'll take a body part. It all adds up. There's a guy in here as it opens up, so watch out. He is one of the stronger ones. He will have weak points though. I probably shouldn't have gone for the arm. I should have just gone for the kill, because it is quite confined in here. And the tracking in this game on the enemies is pretty ridiculous. Do we get it? Yeah, this might be when we get the level 4. Yeah, there it is. So I've got 9 now, and we also got his arm there. So it is a Cerberus arm, but it's an MG Cerberus. It's not the Black Cerberus arm. So it's similar, but not the same. So I'm not going to run back and upgrade the weapon. I'll wait until we've opened up another shortcut and do it then. We're doing okay without, kind of. Another door. So we've got Duty Bound coming up. This is an Audiolog that we don't need. I think I'll grab it later on. But yeah, here's Irina. This is the final part of her side quest. So if she's not here, something has happened. You should have given her all the armor. You should have given her the staff, and you should have talked to her those individual times. Basically talk to her, and then it's a fight, unfortunately. That's the way she's being controlled. Her mind is gone, and this is how you get the trophy. You kill her. So unfortunately, you're going to have to do that. If you want the weapon, the Peacekeeper, or just Peacekeeper, cut her arm off. I know it's gruesome, but she's going to die either way. You might as well get something out of it. So go for the cut off, and you get the horrendous slowdown. And of all the enemies to get the slowdown on, we get it on her. Oh, that was horrible. Anyway, there we go. Peacekeeper. And the trophy, of course, that's the most important part. Bit of scrap there. And then if you open this door up, it's going to be the shortcut where that guy was squatting by the door. Don't ask me what he's doing, but he's this is the shortcut leading to him. So if you come through here and open up the other end as well. So we're just going to peek our head round. There he is. So that's where we were before. That's where he's squatting. So if you need to run back, you can do it this way. It doesn't really make much difference, to be honest. Some of the shortcuts are kind of redundant feeling. So with regards to this area, we're actually almost done. It's quite a small one, but the enemies are quite tough, so it does take a bit longer. So yeah, ignore him to the left for a moment. He has some drones on him as well. There is one hiding behind here. Come on, out you come. That's the move we want to see. Oh, he's all over the place, this one. And then behind him is the Medi-Voltaic injection number 5. This is the one that turns energy into health. That's kind of the top one. I think it is actually the top one. Yes, it is. Purple. So I will switch that eventually. Again, it's a risk-reward thing because you need more energy to use it, but you get more health. So if you feel like you're not hitting that mark for using, or maybe you don't use that one at all, maybe you just don't use it at all and you use the drone or something instead, then yeah, of course, then you wouldn't need to change it. But if you do feel like you want to change it and stick with it like I've been using it, you may find you can use it less often. God, these drones are annoying. So he's got 2 on him. He's got the one that gives him the shield and the one that gives him extra, I think it's extra power, and the one that does explode as well. So I'm trying to circle around so I can get the drone at the same time. Because these guys, you just don't mess with. I think I'm trying to take his body out as well. Yeah, I get the body gear schematic, so that's why I said there. We've got his, there we go. Want to see that move as well. That's a good one. Gives me plenty of time to retaliate. Come on, there we go. Get the prompt. And down you go. I do find these, as hard as they do hit, I do find them the more interesting enemies to fight as opposed to the machines. I don't particularly care for the machines. Especially the drones that fly. They're just annoying. Anyway, up the stairs. And then there's 2 guys here. You don't want to be running in towards them, so get their attention. The first one. Bring him this way. Watch out for the rockets. I think we're just going to take this one down. Get rid of him. Ah, look at that. I thought it was clear. There's always that extra little lazy attack left over. I'm stuck. I can't get up the ledge. Then there's one hiding in the corner as well. Try and get the easy kill on him. Probably not. Yes, we do. Good. Got plenty of that Mark IV now. Got 12. So there's a mechanized counterweight if you want that one, so grab that. The main reason we're coming into here is for IRONMAUS number 103. 5 out of 6 for us. There's just one more left. Again, that's how maths works. And it's in the final area, nucleus. Couldn't say that, could I? Nucleus. I'm overthinking it, and it just sounds weird as I say it now. Anyway, that's the final area. And that's the door for it there at the back end. So we are very, very, very close. Audiolog here, alone. So get that one. We're nearly finished with that set as well. And now we're going to go and get a trophy. So ignore this door. Do not go through this door up to the left-hand side. And ignore the other door to the left as well for now. We're going to go and open up a shortcut just in case anything happens. So divide and conquer. There's quite a few guys hanging around here. So the ones on the stairs won't come for you unless you try and walk up the stairs. So ignore them. Don't go through the door. It's important for a trophy. Don't go through it yet. And then, yeah, the door that's behind me now, that one that you can see, ignore that for now. We will go in there, but I'm just going to go and get a shortcut first. There is some important trophy stuff going on in there, so you don't want to mess that up at this point because you'll have to come all the way back. Trying to get the drones. Oh no, his attention. Sometimes this one, it's actually the first time he's ever not done it, is he will run off to the left and try and trap you. There is a machine down there. He's getting stuck now. Yeah, these drones are actually quite annoying because they have such a long range on them. Come on, stop getting stuck. That'll do. Try and get the drone at the same time. Yes, we do. I do find it funny how they just forget to fight and run off. It's quite bad AI when it does that. But I'm not going to complain, does it? It does give you a moment to breathe sometimes. So yeah, this is why you didn't want to obviously mix the two together. You don't want to be fighting this and the other guy at the same time. You're going to have to do some of that later on though, but you don't want to do it if you don't have to. So go for the tail. Yeah, they're quite an annoying. It goes through walls and everything, that attack. And apparently so does the jump. They just go straight wherever they want to go. They're going to get there. Take that. Whoa, and he's clipping through all sorts now. Make sure to pick up the tail, get that extra scrap. And then finish him off for... What did we get there? 5,000? That was quite a hefty one. That was nearly 8,000 on that one. So open this door up and all you need to do is walk inside to get CREO killed the video star. He's, yeah, he's kind of dead. So we'll open this up. Yeah, so the guy that we've been seeing the whole time on the screens, he's kind of dead. So things didn't end well for him. Audiolog here that we don't need, but obviously if you want more story then you'll need to grab it. And then this is the shortcut we're going to open up now. So inside of here there's two enemies. There's one to the left, which I now know as I look to the right. He comes jumping from the left. I was sure he was to the right. Nope, he's to the left. There is another one which has woken up. I haven't realised at this point he has woken up. He usually doesn't. He's usually, whoa, quite quiet and just stays to himself until you start attacking. But he's not having any of it this time. But he's always all blue, so he's quite easy to kill. Yeah, let's not have any of that. Lots of tungsten, so make sure you've got... We don't need to make sure, but you will need 9 minimum just to upgrade the weapon you're using. And then in case you want to upgrade any others as well. And then finish him off. And down this lift, and we're going to get another trophy, the Liberation, which is another set of the audio logs finished. So be careful as you come into this room here. Stick to the right. There's a drone, one of those jumping drones to the left. So just behind here, you're going to find the audio log, and that's going to give you Liberation. And then you'll need to use your drone up here to open the door. So do that, and then quickly run to the door. That drone's going to wake up underneath it. There he is. So as soon as you're able to, open up the door. In case you die, then you're good, because you're right at the med bay, or yeah, the med bay. I've called it that the whole time, so we're calling it that. Ops, med bay, med bay. We'll go with that. I'm just going to fight this thing because I want the extra scrap. It's as simple as that. I think I run past it from the other times because we will be using this shortcut. But right now, I might as well get the extra scrap. There's an extra anti-kinetic shield. We've already picked that up. Make sure you grab the core, and then you're right back here. You're right back at Ops. So if you don't need to rest, probably don't, because you don't want to reawaken all of the enemies. But I did, so never mind. We'll go for the upgrade on the weapon. It's going to disappear. Don't worry, there is another upgrade we need to do, but we don't have any of the upgrade materials. Once we get our first lot, the nodes, then they'll reappear again. Same with all the armor sets. So you want to be working on the armor sets, so look for which ones you need. I need legs, I need arms and legs, basically. So the big chunky guys, cut their arms and legs off, get their Mark IV upgrade materials, and then dump the rest into level him. And if you're able to, put the extra reclamation buddies or whatever you want, really. Where are they hiding? There they are. Oh, just putting the extras. I wonder what I was doing. I was putting the extra scrap away. So yeah, they will be here, unfortunately, but I mean, it's all good. We need to cut some limbs off anyway, so I'm going to run past this one, and then yeah, go back up here. So this is the shortcut you will be using from now on. You can run past that bot. You can run past all of the enemies we've just killed. It can get a bit dodgy sometimes, but you'll have to just keep running, and eventually they'll stop following you. Some can be persistent. Like this guy, I don't know what happens here, but this does not go well at all. He throws me back down. I was very surprised I didn't die. I've got to say, I was not expecting that. So I'll wait for the lift to come back down. He gets all his health back as well. So health doesn't kind of stay. He must just respawn. That's what must happen here. It's not the same guy because all of his health comes back. No. It's not going well. Yeah, obviously I don't want to run forwards because the other guy's there as well. Here. So that's why I didn't run forwards. You'll need to be careful up here. The guy will come running towards you. The bot should stay where it is. For the most part, it shouldn't follow you into here. Yeah, we're just gonna... I'm going for the leg, but we just need to get rid of him because this can be a dangerous spot. Whoa! A lot came off then. So you can get these in a lock. When you're farming these later on, you'll get used to the feel with them. It's 6 hits to get the tail off. I think it's 6 and then you can just keep going, and it's sort of 3 blocks of 3 hits, and you'll kind of stagger it a bit. So you'll get used to killing them. You'll have to. There's going to be quite a few. You'll have to farm. Obviously, under pressure, it's easy. It's not as easy than saying do this and do that, is it? No, I had the kill then. Not having that. Arms and legs. He's actually the lowest Mark 3 from them, so it doesn't count. It's these ones that have the level 4 stuff that I want. Ooh, that was close. Right, now we're going to get some trophies out of the way. So, first thing we want to do is go down. What am I doing? Healing. So, I want to go down here into the server room.
Identity confirmed.
So, go down here and kind of only do what I do and then leave, because there is something you can mess up here. So, come down, grab the Audiolog that's dead ahead. That should be the final one of those, and you should get Follow the White Rabbit.
Hope you're proud. I'm part of the corporate machine now.
That's another one we don't need. We'll grab that on the way out, just for the sake of it. So you want to come down, and you want to hit this charge, this overcharge here, and then you want to leave. There's actually a trophy behind us we'll come back and do later. It can mess this one we're getting now up if you don't do it this way around. So I'm just going to grab this. We don't need it, but for the sake of it. And now we're going to go up through those double doors. Just check for him. He can jump over that barrier. So watch the drone. Sometimes he can, sometimes he doesn't. It's a bit of a weird one. So these are both the heavy duty ones, so cut what you need off them. Legs, arms, chest, whatever it is. Wow, that was close. I was lucky on that heal then. Obviously we do have a block button, but I just don't like using it. And I don't get anything off this one, because my energy wasn't high enough, unfortunately. We'll try again. I don't know why I'm getting his attention. I could just go up and fight him. I suppose it's just easier down here. Still make it look difficult though. That was just a pushback and it took half my health away. Yeah, we'll get another arm off this one and some more tungsten. Right, now go into this room here. So after overcharging, come up, go into this room. And there's quite a long drawn out thing, so I'm going to skip it, but I'll obviously tell you what to do. So just stand here. You're going to see the hologram appear. It's going to, well, Sally basically is going to appear. She's going to do this whole thing. It takes quite a long time, and then she'll disappear again. Just stand here and watch it. Don't do anything else. Stand here, watch it, and then eventually you get the announcement that everything's kind of changed again. And then once that's stopped, so it says Launch Utopia now, you can see, you should get the trophy Who's in Charge. So if you just kind of wander around a bit, and then eventually you should get Who's in Charge. There you go. So that was a missable one, because it can get kind of messed up. You have to go in there first before going down here to get this other trophy, which is Turing Test. And it's a very odd, well-hidden one, this one. So we're going to go back into the server room. And down here this time, there's some upgrade materials here, some that you'll probably need. And then behind here, you can just see, it almost looks like one of those barcodes. You can just make it out on that blue wall there. You should get the Inspect prompt. And when you have that, press it, and you'll get Turing Test. And I believe that's Sally or something like that. So the idea is that you go upstairs and see Sally in person, quotation marks, before coming down here and doing that. So that's how it's missable. But yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. Some of the trophies are a bit strange in this, to be honest. It's like that. the kind of how you can miss that one. And yeah, watch out for him, might potentially jump up. Yeah, that one, and then the annoying sunglasses one as well. We have to do a whole half playthrough to get some sunglasses. I don't like that. It does take away, only a little bit, but it does take away from the enjoyment of if you could do everything if you had missable trophies, but you're able to do everything in a single playthrough. Hell, I don't even mind doing the killing a boss with its own weapon, because you can do it on the first boss. But having to do half a playthrough just to get some sunglasses you'll never wear, I don't know. Right, watch out for these. If they obviously have the rockets, so you're used to these. So we're going to have to slowly divide and conquer here to get to the back end. So we've opened up the final area now, but we need to fight our way through. So divide and conquer here. There's lots of drones, there's lots of people. Those two at the far end, they won't come for you unless you go for them. So you're okay with those, but the others here you want to take it easy. Oh yeah, it's the charging one, and they can explode as well. I think, is this the instance where we get an example of it exploding? I haven't seen it properly explode yet. No, I was going for the drone, but yeah, here we go. I think this might be the example where it explodes. It will make a noise and start beeping around. Yeah, I think so. When I've killed this guy, I think it does it. Yeah, it starts, and then it'll just kaboom like that. But that doesn't look like much, but it can kill you. It's really odd. Now, here's something I do that I probably should have not done, and I would have got away with it. I run down here because there's a first aid kit center down here, and I died. Boo-hoo. So obviously I need to run back because there's a whole load of scrap. So I've had to re-kill some of the guys, and I'll have to re-kill them again, unfortunately. But yeah, I just wanted to come down here to get that med kit that's just to the left through those doors where we killed Irina, because I was low and I wanted to get that before fighting the final ones. But what the hell was that just hit me? Getting knocked all over. I think it's, what the hell is that come? Oh, it's come from below. It's come from down there. So there is a med thing down there if you want to use it. That was the idea. So everyone's back, unfortunately. So I'll just skip this because you've seen this fight. We've already taken care of them. So we'll just have the two guards at the back here. So I just got rid of those quickly. And then you'll need to go for... Weirdly, the drone doesn't work. You actually have to go and aggravate them. They come towards you together, so it's quite hard to separate these two. What you have to do is run right the way back. The guy should run away after a while, but the bot should stay on you. So he's running off, and then the bot should stay on you. And you can, if you're lucky, get it tangled up in these barriers and stuff. It's a bit of a strange one again. And sometimes it will just try and walk away, in which case... try and kill it. Whoa! It was not happy there, was it? No, don't. Yeah, I want to finish. Right, so that's down. They're not one-offs, unfortunately, but you kill both of them and they'll disappear. That took a while to get out. So yes, I did die again. So I'm back again, but we've skipped that. So I've killed the spider-looking drone again. It's not a one-off, so you do need to kill it twice, but they are one-offs once you kill both of them, if that makes sense. And you'll get the trophy shall not pass. So the amount of these that I've fought, and this guy just got me at one-on-one, these are not that difficult. Get his legs. Okay. So we're just going to grab the... We actually get a leg gear, unfortunately, so I don't get the upgrade materials. And you should get the trophy shall not pass. And they're one-offs. They won't ever come back again now. So we're actually going to Nucleus. Why can't I say that? That's really weird. I don't usually go into the next areas on the previous video, but I'm just going to do this quickly, just to run to the med bay. Because like I said, when you sort of quit out, for me especially, it can just, like, I would have had to have fought all those enemies again, and I couldn't be bothered with that. So I'm just going to quickly run to the med bay, and that's where we'll pick off at the beginning of the next video, which will be running back through Executive all the way back to the beginning of the game. And we're going to pick up all the stuff that we've missed, and we can now pick up, basically, which are these overload stations. So we're going to do some leveling and things like that and clean up, because this area is a bit weird. There's a lift that you kind of take up, but you can't ride down. It's a bit of a weird one, so you can't come and go as you please, unfortunately. So you need to call it the first time, and then if you are quick and look down and time this well, you can jump onto the roof like so and get the SNS whatever. Defib, is it a disinhibitor? Oh, whatever. I don't know what it is. I don't use it. And then this is where we're going to leave it off. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.